What it is, what it do, cyber world, it is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back. Welcome to 2018, you guys. All right, welcome to 2018, and thank you so much for downloading this show. You guys, we're on the brink, 500,000 streams worldwide. Unthinkable. I never even in a million years would have imagined that this would happen. And today I'm joined by founder and executive director of Dream Chasers, AJ Wilson. AJ, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Excited for the new year and thankful to be on the show. So thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. So AJ, let everybody know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
Okay, all right. So I am 21 years old. I am from Kennesaw, Georgia, born in Atlanta, grew up in Kennesaw, about 45 minutes north. And that's probably, where I would say my hometown is. I am a senior at Wesleyan University in Middletown, Connecticut now, where I study government with a concentration in American politics and getting certificates in the study of education and civic engagement. So I will be graduating in May. Super thankful for that, but looking forward to moving back to the city of Atlanta, where I love and am so proud to be from.
Yes, and we are so proud of you. I tip my hat to you and those heavy accomplishments. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. All right, AJ. So what is Dream Chasers?
So Dream Chasers is a nonprofit organization that I founded 5 years ago that is dedicated to closing the opportunity gaps for students all throughout the country, but specifically we're focusing on the South and Midwest right now. What I love about Dream Chasers is that we are a student-led organization, so everything that we do is for students and by students. Every program and event that we run is student-inspired and student-driven. So, a lot of organizations and programs out here, exist, that to serve students, and that's great. But a lot of programs aren't student-driven. Every single thing that we do, every single thing that we think of has been just inspired and kind of had life breathed into it by students. So it's really a unique opportunity to be able to have an organization that is 5 years old, that is growing, reaching so many different people, being driven all by, students, which is exciting.
Wow, that is one heck of an accomplishment. I tip my hat to you again, doing all these wonderful things. I love this generation coming up. That's huge. Very, very huge.
Thank you.
But in those 5 years, what would you say, what was your biggest challenge?
Oh, man. That's a good question. I would definitely say my biggest challenge in those 5 years was truly just getting started. When I got started, I was 16 years old and really had no idea about nonprofits or how they work or how to run one. I'm still figuring it out. I'm 21 now, just turned 21 in November, and this was something that really was a vision of mine just out of necessity. Growing up in Kennesaw, I went to school with some friends who kind of were really honest with me about, they're about to graduate high school, and I'm asking them, so what are the plans? Y'all, trying to go to college, what are you trying to do? And people, telling me, no, I'm going to go work for my dad, or, I'm not going to go to college. It's not my thing. And, and I pressed them a little bit more, and I came to find out that people weren't pursuing their dreams because someone told them that that's not something they shouldn't do. It wasn't a good fit for them. They didn't get the grade that they needed for certain classes. And some of these people had really lofty goals, wanted to be doctors and lawyers, but decided I'm not going to pursue my dreams because someone told me I couldn't do it. And it didn't sit with me very well, at 16. And so I decided, there need to be spaces and places where students are able to dictate their dreams, and be able to be around people and be in communities that are student-driven within the education space where students are able to encourage and empower each other to pursue whatever dreams that they have. So when it's time to walk back into, the space of school and, the traditional education spaces, they have a roadmap of, what they need to accomplish to pursue those dreams that they have deep down in their hearts. And so, that was the vision I had at 16, 16 and something I wanted to turn into reality. And so, I went around to different high schools in my area to, kind of partner with school counselors and talk to people about, this organization that at the time had no structure. It was just me. And, I kind of had like a deep voice at 16. So I would get through, on the phone. People would be super interested because they thought I was grown. I'd get in, with the meetings with school counselors. And they would be like, you're a kid. Like, you're 16. Don't you have school? This would be like a Monday at like 12:30 in the afternoon. They're like, don't you have school? Like, this is not going to work. So I would get laughed out of meetings, and it was tough. But Dream Chasers got a really great opportunity with my hometown. They decided to start a teen center around the same time that I decided to start Dream Chasers. And so I talked to the director at the teen center and told her about kind of this idea of near peer mentorship and what I wanted to do with the organization and how I thought we could assist the Kennesaw Teen Center. And she bought it. She took a chance on us. She took a chance on me. And that's where Dream Chasers got our start and our footing. And I how people say the rest is history. But that was the hardest thing, was just getting that first person to believe in what we were doing.
Wow. That is awesome. Awesome. All right, you guys. So we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about Dream Chasers with AJ Wilson. Isn't it crazy how much we pay for new brand name clothes? Stop driving store to store and sifting through dozens of racks. Shop millions of clothes in seconds on Swap.com. Swap.com is the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. With Swap.com, you can shop up to 90% off retail price on your favorite brands like Lululemon, Carter's, Nike, J.Crew, and Gap. Between 6,000 to 10,000 new items are added daily. If something doesn't fit, enjoy hassle-free returns within 30 days, no questions. So what are you waiting for? Shop Swap.com and use promo code AshDaily40 for your 40% off today. What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Ash Brown. This is the Ash Said It Daily podcast show, and I have a guest here, AJ Wilson, founder and executive director of Dream Chasers. AJ, so we were talking about some of the challenges that you guys face with creating this nonprofit. Now I want to talk a little bit about your aha moment, your proudest moment. What has been that moment for you that has made all of the sacrifice, all of the hard work, all of the blood, sweat, and tears that's gone into this organization? What was that aha moment for you?
I feel like we've had a lot of aha moments as, we've developed throughout, time. I would probably say, if I could probably list two, that would be good. Am I able to do that?
Yeah, list two. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll list two. So the first aha moment that I had was Dream Chasers was, about 2 years old at the time. We had now become an officially registered nonprofit organization. And that was exciting in itself. But we had our very first scholarship workshop, which is one of the programs that we run as a community engagement workshop. So as a senior in high school, I was able to win over $1.3 million worth of scholarships, which was amazing.
Wow.
Including the Gates Millennial Scholarship, the Ronald McDonald Scholarship, and a whole litany of other ones. And so just to be able to have an event that's for the people, that's completely free, open to the public, where I'm able to share some of my experiences, tips, and advice with people was really exciting for me. So that very first scholarship workshop, I always joke with people at the scholarship workshops that we do now. The first one, we had 5 people show up. 5 people. And so it was just my mom and I. My mom has her own office. She's a psychologist. So it was in her office. And she thought I was going to be sad. She's like, I'm sorry, that many people came. I was like, Mom, this is great. 5 people? I really was, I didn't know if anyone was going to show up. At that time, no one knew about Dream Chasers, no type of name recognition or anything. So 5 people showed up. And so we did our thing. And we had that event. And the aha moment for me was that every single student in that room got a scholarship of some kind. And 2 out of those people, 2 out of those 5 ended up being Gates scholars, getting free education for 10 years. to sit down and think about just the impact that we were able to make, and just that small scale, just 5 people, but all of those people were going to college with a significantly less debt than they were going to have.
Right.
Some people go into college for free, and it was one of those moments where you really sit down and you're like, this is so worth it. All the, like you said, the sacrifices, the blood, sweat, and tears, those long nights where, you kind of sit down and wonder, like, am I doing the right thing with my time? Am I investing the right amount of energy into, making a difference? It made it all worth it. So my second aha moment actually recently just happened, just this past semester. So we were selected by the Clinton Global Initiative, which, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and, the Clinton family, they have this organization that they run for, initiatives all around the world. So they have a section of their organization designated for college and graduate students called CGIU. And so they select about 1,200 organizations and students from all around the world to participate in this, weekend conference, to come together with some world leaders to talk about the projects that they're working on and how they're planning on making a difference. So it was an honor just to get selected for that. But even in that selection, we were selected to be a part of a fundraising competition for a month through the platform called CrowdRise, where it was a small donor competition where the maximum donation a single person could give was $250. So Dream Chasers, the team and I, we fundraised for a month, and the biggest aha moment that I've had to this day was that not only did we win that competition and we're able to raise over $18,000 in a month, we shattered the record at CGIU. I was able to meet President Bill Clinton, Chelsea Clinton, Representative Joe Kennedy, who is a descendant of JFK, and to sit down and talk to them about the work that we're doing, the impact that we're making, and just our plans to scale as an organization. And it was just one of the biggest honors of my life. And once again, another moment where everything was worth it.
Yes, wow. And with your experience under your belt and accomplishing so much at such a young age, what advice would you have for other young people that aspire to start their own nonprofit?
Yeah, so I think the biggest piece of advice that I always tell students, and anyone who just talks to me about anything that they're trying to pursue, it's just something that we always tell our students. It's dreams aren't just fantasy; they're simply roadmaps waiting to be used. And I love that slogan, that mantra, just because a lot of times we have dreams and we have these ambitions that are big and they're huge, and sometimes just seem very lofty and almost impossible. But I think we need to shift our mindset from being, it'd be great if it happens, but, it's okay if it doesn't. We need to shift it to, this plan is the roadmap on how I'm going to walk and how I'm going to take that next step. So, really just having the belief that anything is possible. It's just a matter of, how bad do you want to work for it and the kind of people that you surround yourself with. You need to have a community of people who are going to support and uplift everything that you're planning on doing. And I think that's the biggest piece of advice I always give people. It's just, your dreams aren't, these fallacies. They are realistic. It's just a matter of positioning yourselves in the correct ways.
Cool beans. AJ Wilson, founder, executive director of Dream Chasers. AJ, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you so very much. Let everybody know the best way that they can get involved with you guys, if they can help out, if they just want to reach out and, who knows, volunteer.
Yeah, of course. So we have a website. It's www.chasethatdream.org. Once again, www.chasethatdream.org. Or you could follow us on Twitter at Chase Dreams. That's at Chase Dreams. Or you can follow us on Instagram at Chase the Dreams. We also have a Facebook page where if you just look up Dream Chasers, it should come up. And that's the way you can reach out to us. We have 6 different campus chapters where we're doing great work at the University of Georgia, Georgia Tech, Georgia State University, Oglethorpe University in Atlanta, Carson Newman in Tennessee, and at Kennesaw State University, my hometown. So if anyone's a student there and wants to get involved, please reach out to us via website or social media, and we get you connected to the right people. If you're community partners or people who just want to learn more about the organization and are close to these institutions, please reach out and we can get you connected to the right people. But also, we're about to start recruitment for new campus coordinators. So if you're listening and you are on a college campus and you would love to get involved with Dream Chasers by bringing a new group to your campus, please reach out and we can start talking and getting that dialogue started.
Sounds like a plan. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us today, AJ.
Of course. Thank you so much for having us. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much, Ash. I really appreciate being on the show.
I appreciate you. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys have been downloading the show for going into 3 years now. I appreciate you guys. I love you so very much. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.